Huey P Long Jr. was born in Winfield, Louisiana on August 30, 1893 and died from gunshot wounds on September 10, 1935. Arguably the most influential governor of Louisiana and also one of the most controversial. There is no denying his vision, nor the social improvements that were implemented under his governorship. Coming from a poor middle-class farming family, his education was not remarkable, and he started employment as a traveling salesman. Long married in 1913, and after only a year of studying passed the state bar exam in 1915. As a lawyer and elected official, he successfully prosecuted and relentlessly campaigned against the large corporations, especially the utility companies that had taken advantage of easy governance over the years, such as Standard Oil. Long became a people's champion, and his radical electioneering methods paved the way for future politicians. He was one of the first to make use of printed leaflets, radio interviews, and speaker trucks. He went out and talked to rural communities, gaining their support. His achievements include the construction of hundreds of miles of new roads, bridges, schools, colleges, and hospitals. He became the 40th governor of Louisiana in 1928. At this time only around 1/4 of the state's population were literate. His free school books program helped to address this. In 1929 he faced impeachment by the Louisiana House of Representatives for alleged bribery and misuse of state funds. This was because he accused anyone voting against his proposed oil tax was in bed with the oil companies. Although he escaped impeachment, there were more accusations of bribery and corruption. Many of his programs received fierce opposition from conservative strongholds such as Shreveport. Long was elected to the U.S. Senate in 1931, but seeing through his promises as governor was unable to take his seat until 1932. With the country in the midst of the Depression, he supported Franklin D. Roosevelt. However, he soon realized that Roosevelt had no intention of affirming the wealth distribution program. Long withdrew his support, forcing the president to turn against him with a fierce campaign to discredit Long. After his term in the Senate, Long returned to Louisiana and continued with his control despite mounting opposition and intimidation. It was around this time that Long met the New York crime boss Frank Costello. With Fiorello LaGuardia installed into the New York mayor's office, there was no tolerating mob-controlled slot machines in the city. Hence, Long and Costello, along with Carlos Marcello, while serving a sentence in Angola, came to an arrangement for their use in Louisiana. Long's Share Our Wealth Club had over 7 million members, and his popularity nationwide clearly set him in line for a presidential nomination. His numerous political opponents regarded him as a dictator, but to the thousands of people whose lives his actions had improved, he was a hero. At 9:20 p.m. on September 8, 1935 in the Baton Rouge Capitol building, Carl Weiss shot Long with a handgun. Weiss was shot 62 times by Long's bodyguards. Long underwent surgery to repair his intestine, but died at 4:10 a.m. on September 10. These events are still open to other theories. A typical quote: "I used to try to get things done by saying please. Now I dynamite them out of my path." Referring to himself as the Kingfish, he said, "I'm a small fish here in Washington, but I'm the Kingfish to the folks down in Louisiana." His last words were, "God don't let me die. I have so much to do."